Good day, everyone. I am Miles Michaela B. Miranda, together with John Lex Alfonso. Today, we will discuss Republic Act Number 11337. Republic Act Number 11337, an act providing benefits and programs to strengthen, promote, and develop the Philippine startup ecosystem, and it shall be known as the Innovative Startup Act. So when we say startup, it is any person that aims to develop innovative products and services, while a startup enabler supports its operation and growth. Next, RA 11337 enabled the development of the Philippine Startup Development Program, where startups will be supported by the respective mandates of national government agencies through programs, benefits, and incentives, starting from the onset of ideas, development of products, to marketing and expansion. So, ang program ay nagbibigay ng mga benefits and incentives sa ilalim ng mandato ng mga ahensya ng gobyerno tulad ng DOST, Department of Science and Technology, DICT, Department of Information and Communications Technology, at DTI, Department of Trade and Industry. Pati na rin ang mga NGOs, non-governmental organizations na responsable sa pagbuo, pagsubaybay at pagpapalawak ng programa. At layunin nito na lumikha ng trabaho, mapabuti ang produksyon, isulong ang kalakalan at tulungan ang mga bagong negosyo para sa matatag na ekosistema or kalakaran ng inobasyon sa Pilipinas. So, sa mga susunod na slides, tatalakayin naman natin ang mga obligations and regulations or legal mandates implemented under RA 11337. So first, creation of a startup assistance program establishes a startup assistance program to provide support in the form of grants, subsidies, and other forms of financial and technical aid to qualified startups. So, tumutulong ito sa mga bagong negosyo sa pamamagitan ng mga benefits, technical at financial support upang malampasan ang limitadong kapital at mapalago ang inobasyon at ekonomiya. Second is startup visas. So provides special startup visas for foreign founders, investors, and employees to stay in the Philippines to establish or help grow startups. So nagbibigay ito ng special na visa sa mga dayuhang mamumuhunan at empleyado upang palakasin ang mga startups sa Pilipinas, akitin ang global na talento at magatid ng kapital, kaalaman at technical na kasanayan para sa mas mabilis na paglago ng negosyo. Then third, Startup Grant Fund. So the DOST, DICT, and DTI are mandated to set up a startup grant fund to support research, marketing, and operations of startups. So ang SGF, nagbibigay ng pondo para sa pananaliksik, marketing at operation na hindi kailangan bayaran pa balik or karaniwang nagmumula sa gobyerno, NGOs, or foundations. Then Startup Venture Fund. So the DTI is tasked with establishing a startup venture fund to match investments made by venture capitalists in Philippine startups, aiming to attract more investments and help startups secure funding. So, ang SBF naman ay nagbibigay ng pondo sa pamamagitan ng equity investment at karaniwang mula sa mga venture capital firms o investor groups. Fifth, removal of red tape and administrative burdens. The law directs the reduction of administrative barriers for startups, including providing assistance in business registration, permits, and intellectual property filings, making it easier to start and run businesses. So, layunin nitong pasimplihin ang proseso para sa mga startup upang makapagtuon ng mga negosyante sa inobasyon at pagpapalago ng negosyo kaysa sa komplikadong regulasyon. 6. Education and capacity building. Institutions of higher education and technical vocational schools are encouraged to support startups through education, training, and internship programs. So, mahalaga ang edukasyon para sa tagumpay ng startup at bawat tao. Sa pamamagitan ng entrepreneurship courses at internships, nakakuha ng mga estudyante ang kaalaman at kasanayang kailangan sa negosyo upang magtagumpay. 7. Support for research and development, and innovation. The government encourages collaboration between public and private sectors to promote research and development in science, technology, and innovation to enhance startup growth. So, mahalaga ang papel ng gobyerno sa paghikayat ng kolaborasyon sa bawat sektor at sa pamamagitan ng mga pagsasama-sama ng mga proyekto, pagpopondo at innovation hubs na ibibigay ang mga kinakailangang resources at suporta para sa paglago ng mga startups. That's all for my part. Thank you. Next reporter, please.
Thank you, Miles. Sa mga susunod po na legal mandates ay ako naman po yung magre-report. So, start tayo sa number 8, international linkage. The law aims to connect Philippine startups with international networks, incubators, and accelerators to help them expand globally. So, ang batas po na to ay nag-uugnay sa mga Philippine startup sa international networks kasi po importante ito para sa kanila para maka-gain sila ng recognition abroad at para makakuha sila ng suporta sa mga international partners para sa kanilang global expansion po. So sa 9 naman po, creation of startup ecozones. The law encourages the establishment of innovation hubs or startup ecozones where startups can operate with certain tax benefits and easier regulatory requirements, fostering a conducive environment for innovation and entrepreneurship. So, dito naman po, promote po nila yung pagtatayo ng innovation hubs para sa mga startups para makapag-operate sila para makapag-operate sila na may tax benefits at para maging easier yung kanilang regulatory requirements po para makatulong sa kanila mag-foster ng innovation po. So next page po. So number 10 po, government procurement. The law mandates that the inclusion of startups in government procurement opportunities. So dito po, dapat po isama yung mga startup sa mga government procurement opportunities kasi sa tsansa pong to, nabibigyan sila ng mga chances para makapag-provide ng innovative solutions para sa mga iba't ibang government projects po. So sa number 11, collaboration with private sector. RA 11337 mandates the promotion of partnerships between startups, large corporation, academic institution, and research organizations. These collaborations are meant to accelerate innovation and provide access to new technologies and resources po. Ang batas na ito ay nagpo-promote ng partnership sa mga nabanggit ko po. Kasi po ang aim nito ay para ma-accelerate yung pag-innovate at pag-provide ng access sa mga bagong teknolohiya. Next page po or next slide. Number 12, tax incentives for startups. Qualified startups may be eligible for certain tax exemptions or incentives, particularly during their early stages of development, to reduce the financial burdens and startups often face. So, katulad nga po ng nakalagay dyan, nire-reduce po na ito yung mga financial burdens na mga nagsisimula pa lang na mga companies or mga startup companies po, mga ganun. Sa number 30 naman po, mentorship programs. The law encourages the development of mentorship and incubation programs where experienced entrepreneurs and industry experts provide guidance and support to early stage startups, helping them overcome challenges and scale faster. So, nag-encourage po yung ating batas ng mga pre-mentorships dito para makakuha sila ng valuable experience and knowledge po para sa kanilang faster scaling po. So, next page na po tayo sa last. Number 14, access to local and international markets. RA 11-337 promotes initiatives that provide startups with access to local and global markets. So, helping them scale and expand their customer base internationally. So, dito po sa aray. Dito po kasi prino-promote ng RA 11-337 ang access ng startups sa local at international markets through the networking events or mga trade missions po and other government supported efforts para po ma-expand yung kanilang customer base. So, kaya po ang RA 11-337 ay isang mahalagang batas na nagtataguyod sa mga startup sa Pilipinas. And also, we hope that more entrepreneurs will succeed. Next page na po. So, these are the references that we have used. Thank you for listening po. That's all. Thank you po.